Go.
2, 3. I'm back on illegals. Going to speak to you again about the illegals within our country and the problems it's causing us in many ways, not only legally, but also the infractors that we incur. See, our country is so open and wonderful because it allows people to enter our country. And we've welcomed all people from all countries and all faiths and all creeds and everything else. And the ones we welcome the most are the ones that follow the rules of our land. And that's all. That's really all we ask. It's quite simple. It's a simple thing to do. It's follow the laws. Even within our country, we find that even people in our country, even in government, they do not follow the laws that they pass. And that's criminal at the highest order. So the people that we have here in this country are all good. And people we have had problems with over the past few years, and it's growing, is we have a number of illegals entering into Arizona and New Mexico and Texas, and some are killing Americans. Some are vandalizing, breaking and entering into their homes. But, you know, Americans only tolerate so much, and then when you reach a level of trying to understand how can you be a good neighbor to anyone when you have these conditions, it's pretty difficult. The people of Arizona, I feel, are at a great unfortunate situation that is occurring to them. And the unfortunate situation is not the people entering our country, but within our own country. It's called domestic terrorism by our own government. That attacking the people, we the people of Arizona and wherever else. Those are the criminals that we're dealing with right now. We're going to have to cease that real fast. The immigration rules have been very good to all of us, and those that have come in our country before. There's really nothing wrong with those things. It's just that what the people are dealing with here is the immigration, or the attempt to break through the immigration laws by just running across the border and sitting down, and then when everything comes, they yell and scream that they're being violated. American laws are violating their right to enter our country illegally, and then have to go before some judge, and some judge says, yeah, you Americans shouldn't be doing this to these poor people. They're poor. All they really want is work. You know, and when you hear this constantly, and you start to really consider, who are the Americans that on this side of the border? Who are they? And who do they stand for? They said they stand for the rule of law. Well, if you were, then you find out that the rule of law by federal law says they've broken the law coming here. But they don't do that. They have to find some little whiz-bang thing that somebody finds cutesy about the law, and they repeat it, and you know, all of these things, and it's really unfair, not only to the citizens, but it's mostly unfair to the people that came from another land. They went through the front door and they received a green card, which is an element that says, welcome to America, you have a right to work here, you know, in a certain length of time. Now, that's not so difficult to do, but of course not. You always have that 1 or 2% that screw it up for everybody else, and we allow those things to occur. Now, the hard part about most of these things is that the infractors, all of the things that we have in this country were set up years ago by many people. We have hospitals, and we have all facilities, everyone. Well, the unfortunate thing is we have people entering the country illegally. They use those facilities and cry out, "I can't pay," and then run away. So we overload the hospitals, we overload everything we have in this country. The whole court system is overloaded because we don't have jails. Well, you know what? That's also something else going to change. We're going to build a whole bunch more jails, prisons. They'll be called prisons, not areas where cutesy names again we have, detention centers. It'll be a prison, and we'll build them on federal land in the middle of a desert somewhere, with double barbed wire fence all the way around. Maybe make it a tent city so that people will be out of the sunlight and the rain. That's good enough. That's good enough. We don't have to put them in big five-star hotels, which we do, because they feel, oh, that's the poor people, so we want to give them something. But you know what? You don't even give that to the people who live here. Now, what does that really say about who you care about? You care about all the people in the world? That's great. Then join the United Nations and go forth with them, because that's what they're supposed to be doing. But we don't want to have to do that anymore. We've done that so much all the years since I've been alive. We've always been doing that for helping our hand out to everyone. We've done that so much. And people have criticized us, no matter whether we do it good, bad, or otherwise. We're going to be criticized. We're criticized about how we treat these people as if they own this country. They do not own this country. We paid for it. And we paid for it many times over. And we fought a battle for it also. Then we remember the Alamo. That was not a giveaway program either. And the people that were here in the Mexican side during the Alamo actually fought against the Mexicans entering Santana. I mean, what does that really say about the Mexican people? They're good people. They came here because of our Declaration of Independence. The ability to work, the ability to be free. That's where it is. That's the only reason to live in this beautiful country. Those three things. So when you hear people complaining about something wrong in this country, I would like them to go wherever they came from and see if they can correct it in the country they came. If they can do that, man, by all means do it. Don't complain about something here that you may not like, that's really insignificant. Because most of the crybabies in the world are the ones that have everything, but they want more. Well, I'm sorry, that's not the way the world works, not here. You have to earn what you do. If you don't earn it, you try stealing it. And this is what we're doing now. They come in across the border and they steal. And the unfortunate thing about their culture is that when you look at Spain, when they entered, Spain destroyed all of Mexico. The Wandavit Indian tribes that lived through that area, just wiped them out. So maybe some of them are still living within that realm. I don't know. But enough of that for now, and I'll be talking to you again about principally the infractors and what we're going to do to make this country a better place and a safer place to live in. And that's all for now. Thank you very much.